by water beneath the Mexican sky. Drink some margaritas by swinging blue lights.
Just heading into a port today to get some fuel and have a pump out of our black water tanks here before we take off again. Nice day, calm conditions, not a lot of wind, probably only about 6 knots of true wind, and we are barely floating along at about 3.8 knots. Not bad though, it's lovely. Good opportunity to get familiar with this new Jenica.
I wanna dance by water beneath the Mexican sky. Drink some margaritas by swinging blue lights. Listen to the mariachi play at midnight. Are you with me? Are you with me?
Yeah, we'll stick with it, eh?
Yep.
Might out and have some lunch and do some toast.
Are you with me? I wanna dance by water beneath the Mexican sky.
We're cruising along just beautifully while I'm making our lunch. Oh, it's just magic.
Gotta love this new solar setup. We're completely under sail. Our solar panels are producing 820 watts. We've got the water maker on, so we're making 105 litres of water per hour. We've got the autopilot on, and we're still putting 8 amps into the battery.
That's nice, isn't it?
That's awesome.
How's it going?
6.1 knots. Cruising all the way into town. And, as I said before, we're making go-go juice, making water, got the autopilot on, and pushing about 10 amps into the batteries.
That's what's going on out the front. We are sailing beautifully.
Are you with me? Are you with me?
6.7 knots now.
Boat speed?
Yeah.
Nice. We'll have to furl shortly. We're heading into the bay.
We will have to furl shortly, yeah.
All right. The water's changed colour, love, so I'm just going to turn off the water maker.
Yeah.
We're on 59%. Yeah, you want to flush?
Yes.
So we're just heading into the bay, and this bay's a bit muddy, so we don't like making water in here. We are going to stop. That's just doing a flush now. And then we're all done with our water making for today.
Dinner time at the moment. What's on the menu, honey?
I went to the fresh fruit and veggie market, and I've come back with this pile of greens. And this is last week's coriander that's still beautifully fresh, because these guys pick it on the day that it actually gets to the market, so it lasts forever. So tonight we are having a Thai style soup with vegetables and noodles.
Can't get that in Turkey.
Some coconut milk. And life's pretty good. Some of these funky beans that look a bit crazy, but they actually taste really good. They're not stringy. Beautiful.
She's got a whole lot of reason. She can think of a single
Wow,
one that can just
that's a super moon tonight. We've popped back in here to reprovision, get some fuel, empty our black water tanks and head back out, and we're in awe. There's something about that moon peeking through those handful of broken up clouds that's just a little bit of magic. This is about 15 minutes later. It's beautiful.
She's got a whole lot of reason. She can think of a single one that can justify leaving her. He got none, but he thinks he got so many problems, and he got too much time to waste. His dreams are like commercials, but her dreams are picture perfect, and our dreams are so related, though they're often underestimated.
Just motoring at the moment, but we've got a little bit of wind that we can use to our advantage. We've got about 19 knots of wind. It's about 30 to 40 degrees, so it's right on the edge of our sailing capability, but we're going to pull out the Genoa. It should work quite well for us. Hopefully we can turn the engines off, but if not, we will motor sail.
Tight on working space.
Yeah, I find that too. Off this motor a little bit, darling.
Yep. And you just clutch that.
Just clutch off that furler now that we've finished with it.
Yeah.
Yep. Trim this sail up. Gonna have to pull it in pretty tight because the wind angle is so acute. But that's gonna help us once we get it trimmed up. It's so much more pleasant under sail than it is under motor, and it immediately stabilises the boat, doesn't it, darling?
Yeah.
Compared to motoring.
There goes my hat. My new hat holder's working well.
Just gave it the ultimate test.
Yeah.
Piece of Dyneema round his neck. Could probably bring that main sheet in a little bit, love. The boom's flopping from side to side. So we're just going to bring that main sheet in a bit. Stabilises that boom a bit more so it's not rocking from side to side quite so much.
Definitely giving us a few knots.
Yeah.
Flatten the boat out.
Right now you're looking at dance floor cam. Here's the dance floor, this lounge area upstairs. It's a beautiful vantage point to just watch the world go by as we sail out into another anchorage. We're going to turn off the engine. So we are sailing at a wind angle of 40 degrees. And yeah, we're only doing mid-4s, but that's okay. That's nice.
She la da 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 da, la da 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 da, la da 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 da, la da 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 da.
About to go through Heaven's Gate and we've just come round in the lee of this shoreline here. We've lost all of our wind, so I've just furled the Genoa.
It was fun while it lasted. That right there in front of us is Heaven's Gate, and what a name. That's the gateway to some absolutely superb anchorages in the Gochek Bay. Beautiful Lucia coming by here.
Now's probably a really good time to apologise for the noise quality. We've got a terrible squeak in our steering wheel here at the helm. I just haven't had a chance to pull it off and grease it up, so when we're working the winches or sitting here at the helm, you can probably hear that.
I love these timber gullets that the Turkish make.
They fly too.
Oh, look at that, graceful. They're such a classic style. We've seen many of these being made in the boatyard in Fethiye and they're just absolutely superb.
There she goes. Bit of a push. How cool is that?
Look at you just cruising along in this little piece of paradise, honey.
It'd be nicer if we had wind. Last time we come through Heaven's Gate, we actually sailed right through here under sail.
We did too. It was amazing. That was the first time we got the sails up on our new boat. No sailing through here today though. It's an extraordinary piece of water. Gateway to the anchorages at Göcek. And what an aptly named little gap, Heaven's Gate.
If you would only listen, you might just realize what you're missing. You're missing me.
Oh, we've got a squirrel. He's up on the rock there, up near where our line is tied on. Look at him bouncing around.
Another one down on the beach.
Oh, is there?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I see. Little red squirrels. Oh, they're cute. The whole family's out. Woo. So much to explore over there for a little guy. Gotta look at every nook and cranny. Good morning. One of the less glamorous sides of sailing, this one right here. This is 2:30 in the morning and we're untying. That's Michael in the water over there, climbing up on the rocks in the pitch dark on this black moonless night because we're heading off on a passage. There's been headwinds for a week. We've been waiting to do this trip and we just haven't been able to have favourable weather conditions, and so we're going in the middle of the night, well, middle of the morning. Okay, I've got to come back just a sec. Pretty dangerous. These rocks are slippery and there's sea urchins. Thankfully Michael's got gloves on and proper shoes. Right, I've got to get out of gear and go the other side. Anchor's going up now. Bloody dark. We're working off the nav instruments at the moment. That's our anchor alarm telling us that we are almost up. Quite a few boats in this bay tonight. We've got those guys over here, we've got a few over here, and we've got a bit of breeze as well that we weren't expecting. We thought that it was going to be calm. Anyway, let's get out of here. We can see the town of Fethiye out in the distance. That's those lights, past our port navigational light. And on this side, we can see very, very little. It's a moonless night. Up ahead of us is Catamaran Radiance, who we're buddy boating with for this dark trip on our next sector of this passage along the Turkish coast. Stars are amazing tonight because there's absolutely no moon, but boy, it's black. Michael at the helm, still wet from his swim. He'll have a warm shower in a minute when we get away from all his land masses. Get ourselves sorted on a route where we know we're safe. And then he'll go and have a shower, get warm and settle in for a 50-mile voyage.
I've got our line up now.
So we've been navigating ourselves. There he is. He's got the fishing rods out and he's gone back to bed, but they're in readiness for sunrise, which is about an hour away. He had a busy night with that very early start at 2:30 a.m. and the swimming to release our back lines where we were tied back in that little anchorage surrounded by boats. We had wind on our beam, so it was a little bit busy and extremely dark, and certainly got my heart rate up a tiny bit, and I'm sure it did the same for Michael. But we're out here now in clear, calm waters. It's quite beautiful actually. We're going to beat the Meltemi, which is the strong afternoon winds here. We're going to beat that to our next destination, which is 50 miles away. That's why we're doing it at this time of the day, because otherwise we would just be belting into a 20-knot headwind, which has been blowing here for about a week. Cruising along nicely in calm seas, which is exactly what we were hoping for. There's just a slight swell left over from the wind that has been happening every afternoon here, so we've got a bit of a rock up, but the actual surface of the sea is dead flat. The true wind speed is about 1.5 knots. We've got about 7.5 knots of apparent wind because it's on our nose and we're making our own apparent wind, so there's a nice breeze here. It's not cold, I've got a jacket on, but it's actually really pleasant. We're just at that stage of the morning where there's that glimmer with the sun coming up. I love this time of day when you've been on watch, especially since we've been up since 2. And it's been so pitch black up until then. It's really nice when you start to see just that first glimmer of light on the horizon and you think, yeah, we're going to be sailing in daylight in a minute. Well, not that we're sailing, we're motoring, but we're going to be motoring in daylight. It's nice motoring at night as well, but when you can't see what's in front of you and you're relying on radar and AIS, and it's as pitch black as it has been tonight, it can be a little bit freaky. There's absolutely no moon at all at the moment, so it has been super dark, and it's really nice just to see the light on that horizon. Our friends on Irradiance are behind us now, probably only maybe 2 miles behind us, and we're all just floating along, getting this leg of the journey along the Turkish coast done before the wind blows up. We're expecting calm conditions to last until about 10 o'clock this morning, and then it will start to blow up a little bit, by which stage we want to be out on the outer Gulf, which comes out to the west from Marmaris, and can be quite windy on the end of that Gulf, so we want to be there in an anchorage and tied up before that wind blows up. Time for the 5 o'clock vlog. Catch you later.
Oh, I could hide neath the wing of the bluebird as she sings. The 6 o'clock alarm would never ring, but it rings and I rise, wipe the sleep out of my eyes. My shaven razor's cold and it sings. Cheer up, sleepy Jean. Oh, what can it mean to a daydream believer and a homecoming queen? You once thought of me as a white knight on his steed. Now you know how happy I can be. Oh, and our good time starts and ends without $1 to spend. But how much, baby, do we really need?
There's really nothing quite like sunrise at sea. It's something truly special, and particularly in calm conditions like this. You just never get tired of that. And in Turkey, you've often got these layers of mountains behind you, that just make it even more dramatic than it normally is. Absolutely amazing. I can see the Greek island of Rhodes up ahead of me right now, just starting to become clear in this dawn light, and that's another welcome sight because that means we are well on our way to where we're heading tonight. Michael's still sleeping. I do the night watch so that he can come up at dawn when the fishing rods go off, which is hopefully what will happen. So I'll stay up now until either I get too tired to stay up any longer or we catch a fish, whichever happens first.
All ships. This is Turk Radio. The Professional Mariners. On 2nd of April 2020, a Turkish flag merchant vessel was fired upon by Greek Coast Guard.
The sun's up properly now and it's time for Michael to come on duty. That's me done for the night. We're probably in Greek waters at the moment, but we're just going to sneak through. We haven't changed our courtesy flag because we're going to be out the other side soon. That is beautiful.
I felt the world stop turning. I felt the waves come crashing down. I found you. I know you from my memory. Was it a past or future life? I know you. Slow down, every winding road. I'll go anywhere you go tonight.
Good morning. First night passage last night. I think everything went well. I don't know, I got us underway and then went to bed. Marita sat at the helm. I've been down for 2.5 hours, I think. Got the rods out the back. No fish. You might be able to hear that squeaky steering wheel. That's something we'll have to fix. I don't know what's going on there. But I don't think I got much sleep. I can't recall not hearing the engines whilst I was down there, so I think I'm going to have to get used to sleeping whilst underway again. But so far it's been fairly uneventful. This looks like Rhodes on our port side out here. I've only just come up. I'm just having some Vegemite on toast, a coffee, and just checking all the instruments to make sure where we're at, what's going on. We're due to arrive at 11 minutes past 10, so we've still got another 4 hours left to travel. All looking good.
I'll go anywhere you go tonight.
Welcome to the lounge deck. Just a quick chat about our getaway this morning. We got up at 02:30. We wanted a smooth passage today because the wind's building up later on today, and in fact it's already building up now. It was pitch black, a bit hard climbing over that volcanic rock at that time of night, so good shoes are essential, some nice gloves on because there's sea urchins everywhere, and when you're climbing up over those rocks, the last thing you want to do is grab hold of one of those things. But it worked quite well. Had Pete on his boat, Marita on this one. They both had torches, high-powered torches, shining on the rocks that I was climbing up to. Water temperature was about 23 degrees. It wasn't too bad until I got out. It was a little bit cool. But we both got away really well. I think we were out of the anchorage within 15 or 20 minutes. I'm just going to settle in here in the Jammers Lounge and watch out for bugs. Like that one.
We've just come around our last corner.
Just taken our last turn. It's 10 minutes past 10. We have our destination in front of us. I've forgotten the name of the bay.
Bozukali, something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
Kali is castle, and there is a citadel, a fort on the rocky outcrop as you go in.
Beautiful big citadel. We've actually been there once before. We're just calling in there for a night tonight, break our trip up.
Yeah.
But it's been a pretty good first night passage in the brand new Let's Dance. She's performed well.
She has, yeah. And it's just another tick in the box. We've done the night passage now. We're getting more and more confident with the boat, aren't we?
Yeah.
It's all falling into place, really.
Just got to find somewhere to park now.
Yeah.
One night here, we think. The next couple of days are quite nice. Our plan is to go as far north as we can.
Thanks for keeping us company on the night passage, and we will catch you another time out here.
Bye. Another one. Family.
Oh, the goats, they want to come with us.
They're thinking we've got apples or something, I'd say.
Yeah, if I had have known, I've got some pears.
Tonight, 'cause I